Coming up on this edition of Community Insider, the Christmas in the Village sights and sounds. Stay tuned for that and much more on this edition of Community Insider.
This is the second year the Warren County A&L Fair brings the community a free Christmas event.
We decided to do this in memory of Kevin Lawrence. He was a past president with us here at the Warren County Fair, and he had asked us to do this probably about 12 years ago, and so we decided that we would actually do this in his memory this year. So far it has been a tremendous hit. We have had a great turnout. We have got a lot of support from the community with this event, and we actually did decide that we would do this, commit for 2 years, and then after that we would see how it goes.
Steve Davis tells more of his story of beautiful artwork and a beautiful mural downtown in McMinnville. That much more on this edition of Community Insider.
Yeah, I think they tore down the station in the early 60s, 61, 62, something like that. Of course, I lived right downtown or just off the main street on Sparta Street. So I remember all these old places, the old drugstores, of course the Park Theater, donut shop over on the other side of the Black House. I spent a lot of time downtown. That's back when little kids could go downtown without supervision, you know.
Welcome to another edition of Community Insider. Join us as we travel Middle Tennessee, uncovering history and experiencing the adventure of unique stories and events coming to you inside your community.
Silent night, I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the tree in Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? Waterfall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all.
Regan Kelsey, president of the Warren County A&L Fair, said in an interview about the upcoming event that the events committee has a plan to expand this year and add even more Christmas lights. This year, stop by and get hot chocolate and coffee with the Youth Fair Board Scholarship Fundraiser. Other highlights include Gracie Brock, fairest of the fair. She will be collecting teddy bears for Hugs for Hearts. And don't forget the 4-H, they'll be serving their well-known funnel cakes. Step back in time and stroll down the streets of the Fairville Village this Christmas with over 50 vendors. You will find those last-minute Christmas gifts, sweet treats for friends and family, and several food trucks.
Every 30 minutes, Christmas stories will be read in the schoolhouse along with a special appearance by the Balloon Guy on Saturday from 5 till 8 p.m. The Fairfield Milling Company selling cornmeal, grits, and more. Photos with Santa and Mrs. Claus will be available, along with Christmas favorites from the McMinnville Dulcimer Group. playing in the cattle barn. The Warren County Fair Board and volunteers are once again making the memories and spreading the magic of Christmas.
That would be the greatest gift of all. Send me your love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift to Santa.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jenny Kelsey. I'm with the Warren County A&L Fair, and we decided this year to do a Christmas in the Village. And you can see behind me that we have the really large Christmas tree. We've got food vendors. We decided to do this in memory of Kevin Lawrence. He was a past president with us here at the Warren County Fair. And he had asked us to do this probably about 12 years ago. And so we decided that we would actually do this in his memory this year. So far it has been a tremendous hit. We have had a great turnout. With it being our first year, we didn't really know what to expect here. We have got a lot of support from the community with this event, and we actually did decide that we would do this commit for 2 years, and then after that we would see how it goes. So we have got a lot of activities and stuff going on. We've got the high school choir that's out here singing for us on the stage. We've got about 19 to 20 vendors out here selling homemade crafts. We have got Santa and Mrs. Claus. They are here, and also the Grinch. He is down in the jail. I think they arrested him earlier for stealing presents and tree off the porch. So we have just had a really good turnout. Very pleased with what we have. We've had a really great committee that's come together that has actually put this event on this year. We've strung probably about 2 miles or more of Christmas lights through the village this year. We've got a lot of crafts for the kids for them to take home, no charge for that. And so far we're just really pleased with the turnout that we've got here, and hopefully we might make this a yearly thing. We're not sure, but we've committed to 2 years, so we'll see how it goes.
My name is Emily Pennington, and I'm here representing Embracing the Elderly, which is a charity organization that actually started here at the Warren County A&L Fairgrounds when I was crowned Warren County Fairest of the Fair. I was able to take this platform through my Fairest of the Fair reign, and then also when I won Tennessee State Fairest of the Fair. And since then, I've been able to collect over 17,000 items for Embracing the Elderly. We collect essential items like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, sweatpants, sweatshirts to go to nursing home residents who are considered elder orphans, meaning they don't have people coming in bringing them those essential items that they need. And so I'm very blessed to be here, be able to collect some items, make some Christmas cards, and help make these elder orphans have a Christmas to remember.
How can people find out more information about what you're doing?
So you can find us on Facebook. We have it just tagged Embracing the Elderly, and then I'm running that page, so you can just contact us. We have things going all the time, how you can monetarily donate and then physically donate items. And then if you want to donate in town before the Christmas season is over, you can donate at Captain D's of McMinnville. My grandmother works there, and so she's got us a little donation box set up there as well. I think that Christmas in the Village was a great idea. The fairgrounds are something that is underutilized. I think we have an awesome opportunity for lots of events out here, and so I think it's great that they're kind of bringing people back out, bringing people in the community get together to celebrate this Christmas time at the fairgrounds.
Yes, my name is Brenda Rutledge. I'm a resident of Warren County. I've done craft shows for several years. I'm glad to see this at the Warren County A&L Fair. It's a really good promotion and get the people out in the community in the wintertime, especially here at the holidays. And y'all come on out and support our little community tonight.
My name's Myra Tilley, and I have been quilting and doing embroidery work on machines. Quilting since I was very young, so about 30 years. The embroidery where I'm doing the lace stuff here, I started doing about 2 years ago.
So, what got you into selling crafts like this? Have you been doing craft fairs and stuff?
No, this is my actual first craft fair. Most people, they'll come by my house and they'll see stuff and they'll ask me to make it for them. And same thing with my quilting. I do my quilting and I do it by whatever they ask me to do.
So this is something that you enjoy doing.
Thank you.
I'll be honest with you, this is some stuff that I've seen them do, you know, in antique shops and stuff like that.
Correct.
This is a long-lasting tradition also, right?
Correct, and especially the quilting part of it. Within 20 minutes of being here, about 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, less than that.
Less than 20?
I think it was like less than 20.
I sold 2 quilts already tonight, within 20 minutes of being here, yeah.
So let's talk about the quilts. You make other things than just
Yes, yes,
stuff. So
just,
let's talk about
those are towels, they're kitchen towels, and those are all embroidered on this machine. They're washable, just like you do your regular ones in the washer and dry them. There's no problem with them. The quilting, I do a lot of it more than anything else. I try to do old school quilting as well as the new quilting, the new styles.
For more information, if people want to find out, do you have any way that they can get hold of you? Email? Or?
Yes, I have an email. It's pronounced Mythical Lady, MYTHICALLADY @gmail.com. And I do all kinds. They can request whatever they would like. And I do also t-shirt quilts. Those are amazing to do. Memory ones. I do the memory ones for people. I had a friend of mine, their wife got killed in a motorcycle wreck. And her husband thought that some friends were having me to make pillowcases out of them. And I was actually making him a quilt. And I got to present it to him, and it meant a lot for me to be able to do that. So I do that, and I don't charge for doing that, for memory quilts.
Hey folks, I'm Amanda Sane. Welcome to Christmas in the Village at the Warren County Fairgrounds. What a cool way to utilize our fairgrounds at another time of year besides just during the fair. So as a vendor here, I have lots of vintage repurposed Christmas items, plunder jewelry of course, your local jewelry girl, all kinds of Christmas wreaths. Come out and see us at Christmas in the Village.
I'm Pastor Dean Northcutt from Covenant Fellowship Church. We have been doing this scene for many years. We try to make everybody a great Christmas and just let them know the reason why we're out here. It's not for presents, it's not for gifts, it's for the most precious gift that we can have, Jesus Christ. And Him crucified is what we teach and it's what we believe. This group that we have here, we got the angels, we got the wise men, and most important, we got baby Jesus, and that's the important part.
Hey, chickadee chee, it's Dominic the
Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you'll never see him kick. When Santa visits his maisons, to Dominic you'll be. Because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. It's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. The Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Jingle bells around his feet and presents on the sled. Look at the mayor's derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louie and a dress for Josephine. The label on the inside says they're made in Brooklyn. Hey, chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. It's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. The Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Children sing and clap their hands and Dominic starts to dance. They talk Italian too and then he even understands. Compares and compares do the dance of Tarantelle. When Santa Nicky comes to town he brings a chicharelle. Hey, chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. It's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee ching, hee-haw, hee-haw. The Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Well, besides, before we go, there's just one thing more. One to tell best wishes and from Dominic. Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
That's for you. That's just for me. And they came up with that dance all by themselves.
Yeah, we need to work on that dance a little bit. It's kind of concerning.
They told me ba-ra-ba-ba-ba, a newborn king to see ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. Our finest gifts we bring ba-ra-ba-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba-ba. These are holy ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. A newfound gift to see ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. Our finest gifts we bring ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. To lay before the king, ba-ra-ba-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba-ba, ra-ba-ba-ba. So to honor him, ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. Can it be? Every child must be made aware. Every child must be made to care. Care enough for his fellow man to give all the love that he can. These are baby ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. I stood beside him there, ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. I played my drum for him, ba-ra-ba-ba.
From the small towns in our community to the big hearts in our own back door. This is their stories. This is a part of their life shared with you. On this edition of Community Insiders Life Stories, we feature Steve Davis of Davis Signs. Since 1977, he's had his business, but he's been creating art for some time. We asked Steve how long he's been painting.
Well, let's see. I guess 65 years, probably.
65 years.
That goes back to elementary school.
So how did you know you had a gift? Tell me about your history with painting.
Well, let's see. I guess the first thing is, in elementary school, I started drawing comic books. And so I would draw 6, 8-page comic books, put them in a folder, and I was selling them to fellow students. But that got me in trouble. I was called into the principal's office. You can't do that here. Wow. You can't sell comic books to... So that ended that. No, I didn't end my comic book days. I mean, I did that through probably middle school. But I was always drawing, painting. I guess the first sign I ever painted was probably when I was 16, I guess. It didn't turn out very well, but...
Remember what sign it was?
Yeah, I think I do. I think it was for Ernest Morton's out on Smithville Road. Ernest Morton's, he had a kind of like a little gun shop, fishing shop. I forget what he called it, but it was for him, I think. That was back in the 60s, probably 69, 68, 69. Then I painted some things for the JCs on garbage cans, advertisements on garbage cans. No, they weren't very good either. That was probably a year or two later.
When did you open your own business?
In McMinnville, 77, but I'd already been doing some freelance work in Murfreesboro for 2 different sign shops before that, a couple of years before that. But since 77, and I kind of retired about 3 years ago, and just doing things like this. Not doing a lot of commercial signage, just artwork and things like murals.
Have you done small material?
Well, let's see. I did the big McMinnville sign that Security Federal has down there. I guess that's the biggest one. Carrie Youngblood's got a mural. The old Dr. Pepper sign over there on Morford Street. There's a couple more. Some interior ones. But that's about it downtown I can think of.
Hi, this is Chad Grace from Grace Family Pharmacy, and I am really proud to be here today to talk about the mural that we painted on the corner of 207 West Main Street. We have been very excited about this opportunity to bring back a little history, preserve history for the old bus station. So back in the 50s, that was the Greyhound bus station, and we wanted to bring a little bit of that history back so that everyone else could enjoy seeing that history on the side of that building.
Well, this wall, oddly enough, I wanted to paint this image on this wall before the current owner really even had the building. I thought it would be a neat idea to put the old bus station on this wall. And it just so happened I was called and we discussed signage, and then the mural came up, and I think he was thinking about the same thing, putting up an old image of the old bus station. I think this image is from the 50s, not quite sure. Seems like the clothing styles put it in the 50s, maybe the late 40s. And I'm not really sure when this building was built. It was a Art Deco building, which is architectural design that I like. And but I'm not sure the date that it was built. But it's I'm using traditional sign brushes and sign paint. For people that have painted signs are familiar with one shot and Ronin colors that were traditionally used on billboards like this way back, even 75 years ago or so. So it's, and the brushes are sort of a stiff brush that you can use on brick and block. They're called fitches, and I like the ones that are angled. The actual bristles are angled. You can get into these little cracks and crevices really easier with an angled brush.
Where do you get your inspiration for some of your creativity?
Well, this is kind of commercial. I guess it's somewhat creative, but I do some fine art painting. I guess if you want to call it that, it'd be more like pop art. Traditional size paintings. And I've done those for years and years. And people might recognize those. The subject matter is more like comic art or pop art. And a lot of the subjects are like cats sitting around watching old black and white TV shows. Those are smaller paintings. Some of them are 8-foot signs or paintings.
Wow.
But
do you have a place where people can see these?
Yeah, just call me and we can set up a time, you know. I do have a studio at home. We do different things there. We have a little carousel that we open up and kids can ride it on Halloween. And we had that in the mid-90s. We took that thing all over the mid-state, set it up several times. And now it's just sort of got a home in the studio at the house. Well, I wouldn't mind doing a few more murals like this, but I guess age is catching up with me, you know. I'm not really climbing a lot now. Ladders are kind of a problem for me, so. But this one is relatively easy. I can just sort of work a little bit lower. So, yeah, if anybody might have something this down low, I might be able to help them out.
We'd like to thank Steve for being a part of our Community Insiders Life Stories. If you'd like to contact Steve about David's signs, or maybe some work, or some beautiful art that you'd like to purchase from him, you can call him at 931-473-3742. We'd also like to thank Chad Graves and the opportunity to take a look at history and also see the art of what will continue to be a part of McMinnville history.